Is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea. But my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
It may seem strange, but your words have brought me some comfort here.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Then ask away. I'm at your service, Doctor.
You mentioned something about a secret...
Certainly. I've been a member of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole for several years. We are pledged to monitor and report vampire activity in England as impartial scientific observers.
That explains your nightly wanderings about the docks and the questions you ask.
I feel it wasn't mere coincidence that led us to that part of town. There was something as yet unseen that set those chain of events in motion.
Yet you don't fear me. And still, you know the monster that lurks beneath the civilized surface.
The Brotherhood has studied your kind for centuries. We believe you are as supernatural as a lion is to a gazelle.
Since I'm the one working for you, what should I know about Pembroke Hospital?
Well, for many years, we have been the only medical facility in this part of town.
Where do we stand?
But to be honest, we cope on a day-to-day basis. The first wave of the Spanish flu last summer took us by surprise. We lack many of the basic necessities needed.
What do you expect?
What we need is hope. You were a soldier.
Since you seem quite the expert on vampires, what could you tell me about my condition and how it came about?
As men of science, our first step is always to start with what we know. Forget the myths, the hackneyed scrawlings in the penny dreadfuls. They do not scratch the surface of the truth you now find yourself in.
The sun. The morning following my transformation. Its rays burned me. There was pain, smoke, and my skin blackened.
You will find there is very little that can kill a vampire, my friend. You have been offered relative immortality. The sun will most certainly hurt you, leaving you weakened and damaged, but it will not destroy you.
Must I take a life to live?
You are a vampire. You feed, and blood is the sole sustenance that can sustain your immortal frame. And only a living creature contains the nourishment you require.
Como si fuera bien natural, güey, matar.
The man we pursued and slew in the canning factory.
He was a Skald, technically speaking.
Where do...
The name means slave. The etymology may indicate that they are a lesser species of vampire. From what I know, vampires tend to despise them.
Just for clarity, what differences are there between myself and a Skald?
A Skald is easier to eliminate, Jonathan, even if they remain formidable foes for the unprepared. Vampires... Now, vampires exist beyond the mortal realm.
Okay.
We'll see each other again.
Gracias. Déjalo aquí para que me puedas ver a mí. Ojo. Sí, sí, sí. Más secretos de este vato. Una pista. Ok. ¿Dónde está el otro, güey, que quiere salvar? Ojo, este está haciendo algo. ¿Cómo chingados llego afuera? ¿Por debajo o qué? Vale, por debajo. ¿Por aquí no se sale?
This dead flesh needs it.
Oh, please spare
Por acá
me,
tampoco.
Dark Queen. Spare your obedience.
Por acá sube. ¿Cómo chingados se supone que lo investigue, güey? Si no puedo... Si quiero acercarme.
Ahí voy. Chicha.
Pero puta, ya terminaste. Tengo que encontrar una forma de subirme para allá.
Your wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Oh,
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here. and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a vamp... The lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Siento que me engañaron.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Pardon my boldness, Your Ladyship, but I have...
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Have any of the patients given you...
These poor souls have so little left to live for.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary...
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion.
Pero es una vampira.
I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
¿Qué quiere de mí? ¿Hay otro vampiro amenazándola?
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you?
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it,
¿Tiene algo más que decirle?
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
¿Ves? Te dije que había algo más.
What are your expectations?
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
Please
Okay.
continue. Every detail is a...
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear.
I'll take care of it.
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition. Is our little mystery closer to being solved?
I think of nothing else.
My situation is delicate, and it...
Ojo. ¿No puedo hablar con él? No. Pues ya no puedo ver... Espérame, que quiero ver si ya puedo ir a los circuitos.
It's locked.
Güey, ¿dónde está este vato? Mira. Este es el que quiero salvar. Ahí está.
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed, still working at night.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more
Have you heard of any
blackmail. That's not my
El mercado
Have you
negro.
blackmail? That's not my style. Too risky. The black market, though. Now that's where the money is.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. Still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
Casi muere aquí.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favor.
Pero ¿por qué lo mató?
Only the strongest survive, then.
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reed. And I don't give a fuck.
How is your hospital?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff.
What's wrong?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton. I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any...
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, all like that.
What's wrong with the hospital?
Come on, Dr. Reed. The place is a dump. Smelly, sad.
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of the staff.
What are you expecting, a medal? I thought that saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory...
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a
No,
dump?
ese sí me lo va a llevar.
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
Hey, bienvenido.
How long do you think you can escape?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live...
And who are you?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day, I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
How long do you think you can escape the law?
Quiero leer
Clay?
todo, güey, el
I
diálogo.
know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I could say for most folks.
And who are you, then?
I'm the leader of the wet.
How is your
This is a shitty place with shitty staff.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox.
Of course.
I'll leave you for now.
Voy a descubrir todos los rumores de este vato. Porque lo voy a matar. Espérame.
Good evening.
Have you heard?
There are a lot of secrets round here.
What kind of?
I'm not in the gossip business, Dr. Reed.
I'd like...
Wise choice, Doctor.
Ocupo... No tiene secreto, puta madre. Tengo que ir con la que siempre estaba cerrada la puerta, ¿no?
It's here again.
Ah, ya está la puerta abierta.
What is this?
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swan?
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
You seem to know more about the goings-on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame the old and infirm. I see those little bitches' greedy little eyes. Just waiting for me to pop off they are.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round. The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them. Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
What can you tell me about...
Let me guess.
Pues ya.
Milton cheats patients out of their money at this hospital.
Yes, I am.
Is this your definition of being useful?
No. It is my definition of getting out of this useless life.
Why do you do it?
Why not? Most of the sick who paid for a bed are already dead, or will be soon. Don't you see the futility of all this?
El cinismo de las horas.
How can you be affected by the misery around you, and be so heartless at the same time? Which is the real you, Nurse Hawkins?
I could ask you the same question, Dr. Reed. Are you more real when you lie to a dying patient, or when you grant him useless medication?
Whose idea was it?
What difference does it make? We did it together, and I'm guilty as charged.
Answer my question.
It was my idea first, even though Milton would say it was his, to protect me.
Bueno.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Less resignation.
Good evening, Nurse Brent.
Good evening, Doc.
I'm not familiar.
Brilliant professionals.
Most of them.
It would be...
Is there anyone that...
Well, I have never met someone as...
Why should his age be a...
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know...
No. I may disagree with some conduct.
Preguntas personales.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff...
The people who work here all come from...
Have you seen a strange man?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doc.
Goodbye, nurse.
¿Dónde está la otra? ¿Está acá abajo? De todas formas, sospechoso su corazón emite un resplandor de luz.
What must I do? What must I do? This isn't even my neighborhood.
Don't worry, we're safe.
Please, sir. I need help bad.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton Blight. I've lost my mate. Can't find him anywhere.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir. We were en route for the hospital, but... well, we had a disagreement.
How long have you been searching?
I can't go there. Too many rats by the water. Fucking rats. Can't stand them since the war, sir. Can't stand them all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survived the trenches suffer from musophobia. I'll see what I can do for you. This is a dangerous part of town.
We were looking for the Pembroke Hospital. We both need help. Treatment, I mean. To get some sleep. Just need to feel better, sir.
Where was your friend the last...
He went down by the canal. He didn't want to go to the hospital. I think he went to the sewers on purpose.
What can you tell me?
His name is Oswald Thatcher. We survived the war together. Oswald is...
What can you tell me about...
I'm Oswald's best friend.
I have all the information I need for now.
Thank you, Doc.
Ojo.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals. Or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
Ojo. ¿Cuántas Newton? ¿Cuántas las misiones, güey? ¿Cuántas la nota? Okay. Okay.
He's locked the door behind him. I need to find another way to follow him.
Pues por acá. Algo está pasando aquí.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
Y no. Y así no suena como algo normal. Vamos a ver quién gana. Vale, por acá sigue el rastro. Ojo, otra arma. Y muerto. Garrote compuesto común. Arma de 2 manos. Hay algo. ¿Para qué hay? Cuidado, es posible que el ciudadano en peligro no sobreviva a una noche más de rescatarlo. Va a salir el truco. A mí también. Para los dulces y pozole. Listo.
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay. Okay, I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
Mr. Thatcher, your friend Newton sent me to help you. Do you remember him?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do.
Ok. Le tengo que preparar un medicamento a este güey. Ciudadano regresará a su distrito. Qué bueno que se me dio por llegar para acá. Chingazo.
This is despicable.
No sé, pero pues algo tenemos que hacer. ¿Qué? Algo de dragones leí. La prohibición del dragón. Vale, sin más que ver acá. Otra lucha contra un jefe. Chingas a tu madre, cabrón.
Creature is this?
Para el puto. Órale. 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 Póndese. Quítese. Órale. Corre. Tu puta madre. ¡Ah, perro, lo esquiva! Chingaste. ¿Dónde el botón? Acá.
Here's what's left of him. Not a lot to check. Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
Vamos a explorar, no.
I have this thirst for blood.
Tú no te preocupes, esto sí es mío. Vale, parece que ya no hay más. Ahora vamos a salir. Espérate, ¿de allá vengo, no? Sí, bueno. ¿Desde acá está cerrado? Ah, no. ¿Cómo tarda, güey? Güey, no mames, no he avanzado casi nada. Espérate, que quiero explorar más acá. No es porque ocupo pinche sangre. Oh, la foto. ¿Qué veo con esto? Ah. Un cuchillo grande y bueno. La hoja.
This must be Clay Cox's knife. A fine blade. No wonder he wants it back.
Ok, entonces ya tengo más información de este vato, ¿no? De este... Unidad pandillas, bases de cooperación, Sí, cierto, ahora que estoy en el distrito puedo curar al otro, ¿no? Al borracho.
What you say?
Ah, sí, puto. Ojo. Pues ¿dónde estoy? Oh. Ocupo hacer... ¿Qué? Efecto de módulo. Ocupo hacer esto y... Me falta más medicamento. Para eso me falta más. Una botella de pastillas oxidada.
In this letter, Mortimer Goswick does nothing to hide his desire to die. I could give it to his mother, but doing so would betray his trust. It's locked, all right.
¿El vientre de qué? El vientre de la bestia es fértil, o sea que pueden tener los vampiros. Más hijos, por así decirlo. Ojo de dos puertas. No chingue ese ruido de sangre aquí. Yo solo quiero ir a la taberna, güey. A curar al otro vato. Pero estaba en dónde? Menú ciudadano, los muelles. Hospital. Hospital y Wincapel. Suave. Los muelles tengo que llegar para acá. Ojo. Tengo que cruzar por ahí, ¿no? Me imagino. A ver. De pendejo me acerco ahí. Ah, tiene que haber una forma de rodearlo, chingues. Muelle límite. ¿No hay nadie aquí? Carta de presentación. Hola Frank, ¿quién sabe quién será? ¿En qué parte estoy? Los muelles, a huevo. Ay.
I must look a fool. Heartens me to know you can't see me, my sweet queen. Perhaps we should have listened to what the idiot had to say.
Good evening, sir. Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's who I am.
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't want strangers on our streets.
So you won't tell me your...
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys to break one or two of your bones, just so you remember it.
Are you some kind of vigilante?
Something like that, but the police aren't in charge here. We are, see?
So you're a concerned...
Using funny jokes about me and my boys, are you? Fuck. You...
I saw many men like you during the war, Mr.
I could kill you for saying that. But, nah. You've been a soldier. I can respect that.
Aye.
So...
What? Have you got a death wish? You really want me to answer that?
Well, yes. You seem so proud of your status. Why not tell me who you're working for?
Oi! I'm the boss, all right? The Wet Boot Boys work for me. All of them. Situation round here is better than other
Oh, esa mentira.
What can you tell me about this? Well, you're not doing a very good job.
People... Yeah, well, we can't be everywhere all the time.
More efficient. Really? I know you're looking for an honest job, Booth. You're tired of this criminal life, aren't you?
It's just an idea. Edwina loves to run things so much. You can never really leave the gang. Wet boys for life, you know.
Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
¿Es la señora de aquel vato, no?
Good evening, miss. I am Dr.
Who are you? What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I ain't paying any bill left by Clay.
I'm not here to collect payment, Miss...
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
Vale, no de nada.
What can you tell me about your work?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy...
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running...
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
I'm not interested in a career in the criminal...
Fair enough. Stay away from us, then.
Since my return from the war, I don't feel that concerned by threats, knives,
Ándele.
even bullets, if you must know.
Se va a empezar a escuchar un pinche
That's
sonito
exactly what that
castrante.
stupid trade unionist claimed after he attacked one of us. Booth and I reminded him a bullet beats words every time.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say...
What can you tell me about this part?
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage.
Really? Don't...
Bastards, all of them. This region only responds to...
You sound like you're thinking of somebody in particular.
Take the gravediggers of Southwark. They must pay me every...
Looting corpses in a mass grave. That's...
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that forbidden area and remind those bastards what they owe.
Booth Digby looks at you with love-struck eyes. Tell me, Edwina, is the feeling mutual?
You have no idea how refreshing it can be for a woman to receive all the pleasure she needs. For once.
I'll take your word for it.
What is it, Doctor? A woman's not supposed to talk about these things.
Detecto un corazón sensible.
Behind all your crude words and your attitude, I sense romance and a soft heart, Miss Cox.
Romance? I have no time for such rubbish. I use Booth like I use everyone else.
¿Cómo que pista perdida, güey?
Tell me about the man you and...
The bastard killed one of us and received retribution.
What happened?
I don't know, and I don't care. One of ours was killed by that communist bastard, but he didn't brag for long.
So you have no idea what really happened, but you executed him anyway.
No one messes with the wet boot boys, Doctor.
And your
Violence is an efficient...
So you disarm.
Yes, Doctor.
Can I see...
As long as you have money, I'll show you...
No ocupo esto. Sigue siendo el mismo precio. Yo no sé qué...
You again. What are you...
Acá.
Tell me about the man.
One of us had been killed, so we had to retaliate.
There has to be more.
No, really, one of us got killed, so the...
Are you so heartless that you could pull the trigger and kill someone without...
Have you looked around recently? Do you really think one more body will make a difference?
Goodbye. Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me?
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember.
¿Cómo se gana la vida?
I drink.
Why do you drink?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly.
You sound very sad.
That's because I am.
Don't you?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and...
Is there anything...
How dare you say such?
No reason at all to rejoice, then?
Let me tell you a story.
All right.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. A bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop, a torn street light.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. If...
Is there anything...
How dare you say such?
No reason...
Let me...
Ya lo leí.
Another... Is there anything...
How dare...
Why are you...
Cynicism is the polite way to express despair.
Inebriation aside...
Yes. I feel...
Take this, then. And perhaps you could try to slow...
Hey, Doc, you don't really want me to stop the only remedy I can...
Goodbye. Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to...
You remember me?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality.
I'm still Tom Watts.
What can you...
That's not that bad.
Who? How is it?
Well, since everybody needs...
Since...
Perhaps, Doctor.
How could a physician help you in this?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarry.
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in.
I see. So you...
Or something like that. Nothing that a few...
You're something of a...
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their...
Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Times like these are
Evening.
good drinks.
Well, I never. That's a first.
I'm much more myself than when we...
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor.
What can you...
People don't appreciate that line of question.
You look concerned.
This is a bad borough. Most...
Me siento insegura.
If you're uncertain about your safety here, the docks might not be the right place.
I've got responsibilities.
Buen punto.
This place seems...
We get people of all sorts here. It's that...
So this bar...
Yeah. Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever draws a weapon here. That's one of the reasons...
Your boss must be quite...
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke.
¿Dónde es?
Excuse my curiosity.
Something bothering you? What?
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth. Or...
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you. If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay, and my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow. They got married in London. And here I am.
Ok.
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
¿Es abierta esta puerta? Hay que descubrir secretos. Tenía una misión aquí, ¿no? En los muelles, ahora que me acuerdo. A ver, tengo que marcar. Ahí. Eso se puede hacer. Desconocido, desconocido.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it all...
I was just being polite.
Don't like questions or doctors.
El frío.
What can...
A shit.
Are you...
No.
Is there...
Well...
Yo lo voy a hacer así para enterarme. Luchando rápido.
What's your...
I'll take care of
you...
I lost the neck.
Sometime.
I just want to...
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
Antes por la droga, acá está sentado. ¿Debe estar enfermo,
Did I
no?
scare you?
No, it's just that...
Well, I won't.
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
Me cae bien. Lo voy a curar al vato.
What can you...
It's all about staying...
Why do people avoid...
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around here, I'm a bit of a bad luck charm.
Have you ever thought...
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my city, for better or worse.
What do you do?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
Do you have a job?
It's hard to work, what with my head and all. Since I was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do.
What do people...
Things have been tense between the wet boot boys and the communists.
What
things have been tense between the wet boot boys and the communists. They both feel they should run the doors.
Are you alone?
I don't have any.
Charlie.
My parents are dead.
So you have no home? You're sleeping rough?
No. I mean, yes. I live on the streets. I have no home.
You should be careful, Rufus. There are things that lurk in the shadows of this city. Things that prey on the lonely and the desperate.
Well, I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost. Evening.
¿Quién sé quién sea?
So long, Rufus.
Hay que buscar una forma de curar Rufus. ¿Por qué me había venido? Ah, no, para arriba tengo que entrar por el puente. Ah, no, sí, por aquí entré. Ojo. Ah, de la otra parte. Ahí está. Vale, ya están abiertas las puertas, está ahí nuevo, ¿no? No parece. ¿Y cómo saben que soy uno de esos? Con eso chingaste. ¿Puedo subir o no? ¿Te puedo abrir la puerta? La estoy en una... ¿No es la casa donde entré a dormir?
It's locked.
No parece.
Get their weapons ready! We found one! Bloody leech!
Ok. Otro refugio. Ahora ocupo crear una medicina. A ver. Resfrío y anemia. Primero anemia y neumonía, resfrío. Me falta... Espérate, ¿de aquí los puedo usar, no? ¿Qué hace falta para el resfrío? ¿De Polacio? No lo tengo nada de eso. Lo mejor personaje. Mejoramos esto. Aumenta la cantidad de balas que puedes llevar, no quiero eso. El daño al mordisco. A ver ese. Control 3 segundos, 2 segundos, 3 segundos, 5 segundos, 8. Sangre obtenida, sangre. Parece que se ocupa 1300, me falta. Para curarme bien. Y es para tener de la vez. Ah, no, 600. No. Pues era 300. ¿Qué dice? Ocupo curarle a la anemia güey. Vale, por eso no va a evolucionar, güey, hasta que no tenga más. Ah, era justo lo que necesitaba, güey, creo. Espera. Puta.
Steady, boys! We've got one of them here! Murdering bosses!
¿Cuánto vida vas ahora? ¡A la madre que se mata! Y se murió. Ah, ¿no? Ahora sí. Ocupo mejorar, cambiar esto, lo del salto, ¿no? Salto porque por la conversión. Poder avanzar no tengo todavía. ¿Ya vas a jugar o qué, gorda? ¿Por qué dices que te vas a salir? Ponete, va.
This place. Rain may have washed away the blood, but not the memory. My poor Mary.
Nota de advertencia.
This is my watch. Damn grave robbers.
¿Y ahora? No, acá. Sí, claro que se me sirva. Esquilos de aluminio. Ajá. Botella de alcohol. Ah, no, eso es allá en la mesa. Mucho madre, ¿por qué me ponen a decidir a mí? Ahí está. Ay, güey. ¿Qué pasó? Aquí tiene que haber algo más. A ver, ¿qué estoy puesto?
I cannot enter.
Ya la fundí abajo, ya la tengo llave. Decir la no pues, prevención a la muerte no ocultar la verdad.
The safer place easy.
Ay. Arriba no hay nada. ¿Pero te quiero esto? Su ciudad te necesita. Bah. Dame. Qué gusto, querido amigo. Ah, ya tengo para hacer la del otro vato. Pero pasa que nada más. Date. señores y señores, ataques cuerpo a cuerpo. Ah, pues aquí tengo banco de trabajo, ¿no? No, creo que no. No, no tengo. ¿Pero qué me queda hacer también? Ahí está arriba. Vamos a mejorar la clase. Desfrío.
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
¿Cuánto de la ojalá se quede lo maté? Aquí la paras, güey. ¿Qué pasó, papi? Vámonos. Pinche madre. Ah, el distrito está cargando. A ver, seguro que se reunieron. Abajo de tu puta madre. Dale. A ver si me dejan en paz.
This is Braille.
I need someone who can read this.
No, te pendejo, te pendejo. ¿Qué pasa si le digo eso a todo? No.
I know you believe they are. I know, I saw one.
Tell me what you...
It was a few years ago. Clay Cox was still the boss then.
Go on.
First,
Do you know...
it was all lies.
You could have imagined...
No, Doctor.
Are your friends...
Even Edwina told me once to never speak about it. But I know what I saw.
I'm afraid they weren't...
Bastards. Must have run away with the money.
I'm not sure they'll have any successors. The place is abandoned.
Maybe I'll send my boys there to loot the dead.
I wish your boys good luck. Goodbye, Miss.
Ándale, muchachos, me los quitaron enfermos. Ahí está uno. ¿Ese es el que venía aquí?
Evening, Mr. Reed.
Do you need help?
A real doctor caring about me. That's a first. I feel like a real person.
A real doctor treats everyone the same, Rufus.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Ok, mientras estoy recuperando.
So long, Rufus.
Y ahora falta el otro. Tú.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Ya me lo contó. Ya me lo contó.
Do you require medical...
That's something I didn't expect to hear again. A doctor concerned with the health of his patients.
Sí.
Yeah.
I don't know which kind of doctor you're used to dealing with, but it's a doctor's purpose to heal people.
And is it your purpose as well, Mr. Reed? I would say it's a convenient way for gaining people.
Goodbye, Mr. Good evening, madam. I'm Dr. Reed.
Why?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
I'll leave you then.
¿Y cómo mejoró la mestización? Claro, me agarró. Sí, te quiere agarrar, porco. Ahí está. Oh, no.
Are you all right, sir?
Puta, se cortó el stream.
What are you doing in a place like this?
I'm not sure that's any of your...
That staying here will put your life at great risk.
Ha! I'm not afraid of these guards of Priwen, or whatever these thugs call themselves. I can still kick some respect into those youngsters.
I wasn't specifically referring to them, but are you really after these men? Why?
They took my boy! I've had no news since he joined that crazy gang. So I decided to come and find him myself, to get some answers.
I see. But as I said, your life is at risk if you stay here. And I'm not referring to the gangs either. You should leave, sir.
Well, this part of town used to be... nicer, let's say.
Digan que tienen que ser tan enojados. Vale, está saludable.